Hi there. So, we've been talking all week about gardens and that plants need the rain and the sun to grow. And we've talked about that most plants start out as seeds. So I want to show you some pictures. Or I want to show you some vegetables and fruits. This is an avocado. Do you guys see this? That is a seed. From that seed grows an avocado tree. Amazing! That's the seed of an avocado. How many of you eat avocado or guacamole on your chips maybe? And we talked about how sunflower seeds like this, come from plants like that. You can eat them or not these, but you could replant them and grow another sunflower. It's another form of a food. Now, did you know that pine cones carry the seeds of fir trees and pine trees? Look at those. Yeah, and this here, this was inside of a nectarine. A nectarine, which is kind of like a peach. That's the seed in there. That could grow a tree. Amazing. I wanted to show you, remember how we talked about the carrot seeds? But how about this? I want to show you this. If Mrs. Bose cuts open a tomato, do you see the seeds in there? If this dropped to the ground and went into the dirt, I could grow tomatoes from this. Here's a little teeny one. Remember when we talked about little teeny tomatoes? I'm going to slice that open. Let's see if I can show you some seeds in this guy. You see the seeds in there? Same thing. If that went into the dirt and sat, and it got rain and sun, I could grow another tomato plant and maybe get some tomatoes out of those. Well, today we are talking all about growing a plant. So in your pack, you're gonna find this sheet here. This sheet here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then alongside is a strip. Looks like there's a seed there. Now, I have something else to show you. So, in my garden, now this is a sunflower. This is a sunflower seed that has just started to sprout. Do you see that? Just started to come out. Now, I found one that, look, it's got some roots. I see some leaves, but the shell's still on. Look at this one. This one still has the shell on, but it's bigger. Look at that. It's got leaves poking out. Oh, look at this one. This one's still in. There's the shell. And then look, this one doesn't have a shell. The shell has fallen off. And then we have these two plants. We have these two plants. Look. So, if Mrs. Bose was going to say which one is the newest, that hasn't been a plant for very long, I would say this one. And then I would choose this one. I would say this one is the second one that hasn't been alive for very long. So this is how it started, and then it became this, and then grew to that, and then grew to that, and then grew to that, and then became big like that, and then bigger like that. So we have to arrange the order on our sheet of paper. But before we can do that, we need to write our names. So I want you to flip it over. Now, Mrs. Bose, as you can see, already got a head start because I didn't want you to have to sit through all my coloring. So I did some of it. So here we go. Today, I'm going to write Jennifer again. J-E-N-N-I-F-E-R. because Jennifer is my first name. What is your name? You write it on your paper because you are special, right? You're not me. You were made different. You were made exactly the way you should be. So, on this sheet of paper, I counted, we said 1, 2, 3, 4. It says color, cut, and paste or glue pictures in order. This says flowers life cycle. So, if we look at our strip here, they're not in order. So let's cut them out and then we'll talk about how to get them in order. Mrs. Bowes covered up her scissors. Hold on just a second, sorry. I don't know what I did with my scissors, so I had to go get my big ones. So here we go. Now I'm gonna start on this bottom line and I'm gonna cut that out because we're gonna make these the same size as those boxes with the numbers in it. So here we go. I'm just gonna cut, and then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cut all the way up on this. I'm just gonna keep following that dotted line all the way up. I'm gonna turn like this so maybe you can see it a little bit better. All the way down, here we go. See how my thumb is up? Next, I'm gonna snip this last line here, dotted line. Did you guys notice how there's dotted lines on each one of the pictures? We're gonna separate them. So Mrs. Bowes is gonna put her scissors on the dotted line and I'm gonna snip very carefully. There's one picture. There's the next picture. There's the next picture, and then finally that one. Now, it's up to you. You can color them and glue them on, or you can glue them on and then color. It's up to you. You can do it however works for you. Since Mrs. Bowes has already colored most of it, I'm gonna start here. So here we go. Now, what one do you think comes first? Do you think the flower comes first? Or do you think, this one's got lots of leaves, so it looks like it's a pretty grown-up plant. This one's smaller, but look at this. This is a seed. Remember how we talked about seeds are what grow the flowers. That's what grows. So we're gonna put that on the number 1. So we're gonna turn that over. We're gonna grab our glue stick and we're gonna make that square all nice and goopy. Here we go, goopy, goopy. Can you see me? Running my glue all around there. There we go. Now I'm gonna turn it over and I can put that however I want it. Because seeds fit right in my little box. So that's what happens first. Now, which one do I think comes second? Now look at this one. It only has 2 sets of leaves. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this one might be next. I think this one is the youngest plant, or the one that comes after the seed. It's gotten a little bit of root, so let's put that there. Let's make that goopy. So first the seed, then the plant with a little bit of roots and a little bit of leaves. Now, we're gonna go over to number 3. This is the number 3. So 1, 2, 3. What one do we think it is? Do we think it's the one with the flower yet? Or do we think it's the one that has leaves but no flowers? Well, I know in my garden, this one comes first. No flowers yet. It still has to grow up, kind of like you're growing up. So Mrs. Bowes is gonna turn it over, because if I put glue on that side and stick it down, are you gonna be able to see the picture? No. So flip it over. Now, here we go. And I'm gonna put that on the number 3. I forgot to tell you. It's so hard sometimes when I'm not with you. Do you see how the words are up at the top here? And the sun is in the sky, up, pointed up. That's how I know that this is the top of my page. This word says flower, life cycle. We've got a watering can with water coming out and a package of seeds, and the ground is all ready. So we said it takes the sun and the rain to make water. But look, I haven't covered up one more. So first the seed, then the baby plant, then the in-between plant, and then the flower. Let's put some glue on that. Goopy goopy all along the edges and the back. And I'm gonna turn it over onto my paper on the number 4. There we go. So let's take a look. We can tell our story now. You tell your parents all about it. You could say something like this. Mom and Dad, this is a seed. And then the seed gets roots and a couple of leaves. And as it gets rain or water and sunshine, it grows more leaves and bigger roots. And then eventually, with lots of rain or water and sunshine, I get a flower if I planted a flower seed, right? Because different seeds grow different things. This is one of my flower seeds right here. This is a zinnia. Aren't those pretty? That's what these seeds look like. I'm going to put a few on my hand. Let's see. Put a few in my hand. Now, they look different than a sunflower seed, right? They don't look the same. They look different than a carrot seed. So seeds look different depending on what they're going to grow. Remember our avocado seed? Remember our avocado? It doesn't look the same at all. Look how big it is compared to the carrot seeds. Or, here you go, can you see that? So, not every seed grows a different kind, right? Just like a cat has a mom and a dad. Well, seeds like this come from carrot seeds, just like you come from a mom and a dad. You're not a dog or a cat, right? Yeah. So this is a carrot seed. Sunflower seed will grow a sunflower. Avocado seed, ooh, will grow an avocado tree. That is so amazing. All right. I hope you enjoyed your project. If you have any questions, give me a holler. All right. Talk to you later.